Welcome to Encompassing Visions. For over 25 years, our talent management software has been providing organizations with an easy way to develop job descriptions, an effective way to determine the salary range for each job, and a consistent way to ensure employee performance measures are always based on what the employee is paid to do. With our software, we have discovered the way to engage effective employees. Here's our secret. We match expectations with outcomes. Our software integrates and aligns job descriptions, pay, performance, training, and succession to improve your HR process and save you time and money, and build credibility with your employees. Here's what our clients say about Encompassing Visions. I am able to oversee everything I do, from the job evaluation process right through succession management and career tracking with this software. Compared to our old job descriptions, the ones we've been creating with Encompassing Visions are objective and have credibility. It used to take me an hour and a half to 3 hours to do a performance review. Now I am done in half an hour. It's more efficient, more comprehensive, and more transparent. With Encompassing Visions, we start with the job. We use our proprietary job questionnaire to gather information about what each job does in the organization. The system translates those responses into a job description and places the job in a compensation level. The job description generated identifies the key behaviors that describe how the job should be done and supports why the organization thinks that's important. The software then brings it all together and creates job postings and candidate interview guides. Only Encompassing Visions can guarantee that job expectations are matched with job outcomes, and it does all this in less than an hour. Now let's talk about employee performance. How well are your employees meeting expectations? With Encompassing Visions, you will always know because their review is directly anchored to the job they are paid to do. Encompassing Visions enables managers to objectively assess employee performance against the compensated behaviors, objectives, and technical skills which were described in the job description. When employee performance reviews have been completed in our software, staff, management, and executive personnel will understand what was done at an individual, department, and organization-wide level. The employee's performance rating will clearly identify areas of strength as well as training needs. Encompassing Visions has numerous dashboard reports that can provide strategic information about individual, team, and organizational performance year over year. Our reporting features provide ways for leaders to pinpoint areas of strength, concern, and opportunity. The software can identify mentors, which provides the opportunity to recognize talent, even when it is early in a person's career. It helps ensure that when organizations spend money developing an employee's skills, it's only because a quantified gap was identified in the performance review. It also means organizations can measure and track investments in training. If the training was effective, then the quantified gap should be reduced in the next review cycle. And because the gap is based on what the person is paid to do, their improved performance directly equates to building a higher performing culture within the organization. What about succession planning? With Encompassing Visions, employee performance becomes the basis upon which recognition, rewards, and future job opportunities can flow. Based on an employee's performance review history, the software measures and stores information about the behavioral and technical competencies the person has demonstrated. It maps that information against jobs the organization is looking to fill and automatically identifies who should be considered. The software will rank the potential candidates in terms of fit and do it all in a matter of seconds. That's Encompassing Visions from 30,000 feet. Now, let's take a closer look. Here we are logged into Encompassing Visions as the system administrator. The menu displays all available modules based on security profiles and the policies options which have been enabled. As the system administrator, all module options are showing. As a regular user of the software, the person might only see the employee module icon on their screen. Here is a list of the jobs in the organization. Each job gets a full description of duties and responsibilities and is evaluated for the relative skill, effort, responsibility, and working conditions required. The technical skills listed in the system library, including education, licenses, and certifications, get attached to the job. From the pull-down list, you can see the options available. For example, here is the job description for the General Manager of Infrastructure and Operations Services. Let's take a quick look at the expectations for the General Manager. This is generated based on the accountabilities and responses entered from the job questionnaire. Based on the answers to the job questionnaire, the system generates a pay range for the employee's compensation. Here is the job competency list. Again, based on the job questionnaire responses, the system identifies the competencies most important for the job incumbent to demonstrate. A 10 is the greatest importance a competency can have. Now the software can produce recruitment documents. Here is the job posting for the position of General Manager of Infrastructure and Operations Services. Now, on to the job interview guide. Based on the job description and the questionnaire, the Encompassing Visions software will produce a series of targeted selected questions that we call a job interview guide. Now we have hired our general manager and it is time for a performance review. In Encompassing Visions, our employee review process is directly and seamlessly linked to the job description, and our software is unique in how it does this. Let's see this employee's completed review. A manager will see a complete list of all the employees that he or she is responsible for reviewing. We have highlighted Kendall's review. You will notice these reviews include both competency and business objectives. We will focus specifically on a previously completed competency review for Kendall Irving. The competency called leadership has a high importance rating in Kendall's job of general manager. Because of this, detailed questions about leadership are automatically made part of his review. Each response option has a tooltip to ensure consistency in understanding across the organization. Encompassing Visions consolidates all the reviews completed in the selected time period, or just the one review the supervisor wants to look at in detail. Either way, the report will identify Kendall's strengths and prioritize his development needs based on what he's paid to do. This report also includes preloaded suggestions for how Kendall can specifically improve any of his identified weaknesses. The system also calculates his overall performance rating based on the organization's value system. As you can see, Kendall's performance is rated excellent. Encompassing Visions can summarize performance results in a dashboard format. For executives, managers, and staff looking for a summary of their individual, team, and organizational performance, Encompassing Visions converts that data into rich, meaningful, and actionable information. For Kendall Irving, select his name, select the data filters, and in less than 5 seconds, here it is. In one report, I have information about his overall performance and how it compares to the team and to the whole organization. Apparently, his personal performance rating exceeded not only that of the team, but the organization too. The bars are colored to reflect the performance ratings described in the legend. Kendall's performance of job-related competencies is very good. He performed at a higher level than others in his own department and the organization as a whole. We can see that Kendall's leadership is remarkable, but his ability to be a team player leaves room for improvement. Indeed, teamwork is clearly drawing down his overall competency scores. And this signals an opportunity for training and development for Kendall in this area. As the general manager or human resources professional managing this data, here is a system-generated report that would tell Mr. Irving in detail how his team is doing relative to the rest of the organization. This is the Competency Development Opportunities Report, which would help Kendall as a manager for a team to see how all of his team members are performing on a particular competency. And this would also indicate to him who is in need of training and who could possibly be a mentor to others. In this report, the Employee Performance Review Summary Report, we can see all of the employees in this particular area and their combined work plan and competency assessments by all reviewers in a particular time frame. This is a very useful report to give an overview of how the team is doing on their work plans and competencies. Now let's have a look at succession planning in Encompassing Visions. In this example, Kendall Irving is nearing retirement, and we are looking to find a suitable candidate to fill the role. This is how easy it would be for HR to contribute to the process. All you have to do is choose the job, and the software will walk you through the steps. Here we've highlighted General Manager, Infrastructure, and Operation Services. Next, we would select the parameters for filtering potential candidates by location, education, reviewers, technical skills, etc. These are the potential candidates identified based on the filters. More importantly, the list of names presented is ranked based on how closely their past performance matches the competency requirements of the job. For many of the organizations we've worked with, this is an aha moment when the order of the names doesn't necessarily correspond with what they were expecting. For many people, the second in command is normally considered the natural successor. With Encompassing Visions, organizations may discover the best candidate isn't even in the same department. Whether it's for the most senior or the most junior job in the organization, using Encompassing Visions to find the best candidates is quick, objective, and thorough. From the perspective of people working within the organization, it engages them and reinforces developing awareness that their performance matters. With what we have just shown, we have come full circle in describing how Encompassing Visions integrates jobs, compensation, performance, organizational analysis, training, and succession planning. Here are a few more comments we've received from clients. A healthcare industry one said, "The software helped us identify training needs, tracked our training effectiveness at an individual, team, and organization-wide level." An airline client tells us, "Encompassing Visions helped us compensate people fairly for the work they do." A school board client said, "We have just completed our first round of performance reviews using Encompassing Visions, and the buy-in from employees and managers as well as management leaders has been very positive. Managers are sitting down with their employees and having frank conversations on a positive end, giving them feedback about what their strengths are and a better sense of clarity about what they can do better in their jobs." A municipal client relayed this message, "Encompassing Visions appreciates the customization that is needed and has been 120% behind us. Their customer service is second to none." At Encompassing Visions, we'd like to help your organization in a variety of ways. We'd like to help you make expectations clear, compensate people fairly for the work they do, evaluate every aspect of an employee's performance with consistency and objectivity, identify training needs and track training effectiveness, assess and build organizational capacity, support informed hiring and promotional decisions, give supervisors the tools they need to help their staff improve, build relationship and accountability into management processes, communicate what it takes to be successful, and finally, to save your organization time and money. At Encompassing Visions, we'd like to help you align and engage your employees, save money and time, and increase your workforce performance. Call us now to set up a full demonstration of the software. We start with the job.